Hello, hello, hello.
아니,
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be late, but no, I managed to... Thank you, Don. I managed to finish up just in time. I was late to being early, though, so... There's that. Anyways, hello. I was just gonna get straight into it, because I don't have a whole lot to say. We are on to Intervallo 1. Too early to be late, too late to be early. I think I was technically late. I started about a minute late. I don't know if all of the tracks that I was audio balancing got put onto the playlist properly, so might still be bad audio balancing on the break music, but at the very least, next stream will be better if this one isn't. We start with a chicken attack. What a name. The battle. Off the bus, everyone. This is where we're supposed to meet the client for our next mission. Give me a break. Now we're taking requests like we're frou-frou errand boys. Say, what's over there? Got a long line in front of it. Wait. I can't fucking believe this. The ads are done, Twitch. They're officially done, even though I ran ads during the starting screen and you were like, nope, gonna run more ads. Oh my god. It's not how this works, Twitch. Anyways. Say, what's that over there? It's got a long line in front of it. Can't you recognize the stirring scent? It's fried chicken, Greg. Deep fried chicken brought to a crisp and expensive oil. It seems you haven't seen much of SK if you have yet to learn of Bodhisattva chicken. The hottest trend around these parts. I was just like, well, how the fuck do I parse this word? I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be... I mean, this is a Korean company, so it's probably Korean fried chicken. Man with a fastidious impression suddenly cut in on the sinner's conversation as if he belonged to our group. Oh. Bodhisattva chicken, is it? What is that? Permit me to answer.
보살치킨이란 다리 6개, 날개가 8개 달린 맛도
Bodhisattva.
양도 보살이라고
I need them to just say the word without having other words around it for me to know how to say it. Bodhisattva. Was that how he's saying it? Bodhisattva chicken is a highly renowned restaurant known for its 6-legged, 8-winged poultry whose blissful tastes and gracious quantities really make you feel great compassion. Excuse me? What's more, they're prepared for every preference. The buzzworthy biddy with the right amount of tenderness, the chubby capon with plentiful flesh to dig into, the chewy cockerel that's perfect al dente, and more. Now tell me, what do you want? I may have heard of it erst. Isn't this a surprise? Are you saying of all people is keeping up with the fads from under his rock? So what are you supposed to be? I hazard to guess you don't know who we are either, seeing as you brazenly shoved yourself in while we're talking. Can you even explain who we are? Gracious, what could those things roaming around the restaurant possibly be? They don't appear very normal to me. Turning around, I spotted a rather strange-looking people with just as strange behavior. Isn't that K-Corp staff? What are they doing? Yes, the chicken Intervallo. Hello, the one and only Meat Muncher. Welcome to stream. I see individuals covering their heads with strange masks. Maybe there's some kind of mascot? That could be pretty cute when we look up close. Those mascots, people running and screaming though? Seems a bit off, but let's leave them be. Doesn't look like they're coming this way, and I don't particularly feel like getting wrapped up in something bothersome. You're right. They aren't necessarily approaching us. And just what are you up to with that rock from the roadside, mysterious fellow? Chicken-headed K-Corp security. I'm saying not K-Corp, but Project Moon is they're based in Korea. The people who wrote this. What the world did you do? Hit by the rock, it started looking around. Then it began to slowly shamble in our direction. Yikes, I made such a clumsy mistake. What will we do? Likely story, Kozio. Aim straight for its head. Wow, your form was impressively stable. Honglu is just, like, almost never bothered. Why, thank you. I was inspired to be a big city baseball player. Play ball with you, alright? Stay right there so I can knock your noggin out of the park.
다가오는 속도가
They're approaching
빨라지고
faster now.
있습니다.
Shouldn't you deal with them
제
first
머리를
before working up a
혼란시키기
slugger with my head?
그것부터 해결해야 할 것 같은데요.
As Ryoshu furiously reached for her sheath, those things came right for us.
닭머리네요.
They have chicken heads. Astute observation post. Yep,
딸기네.
whole chickens.
그것도 생달기.
Raw ones at that, too. It's like the ghosts of dead chickens are clucking back from hell for revenge. So, yeah, I think it's because Sinclair left a chicken wing uneaten that one time and it was a hassle to get the meat off. I think of anything else we might have done to call up hen havoc. Teasing like that won't get Teasing like that won't get to me anymore, you know? Besides, Rodeo licked that one clean anyways. It appears that combat is going to be our sole recourse. But why is this guy taking cover behind me then? Or, before I could complain further, the chicken-headed crowd attacked us.
오늘도 정의로운 날이 될 수 있도록 힘내자. 다 함께 알카나 비트.
You look so funny. Yeah, but East District is a distinct regional flavor, so the food in this place would be a little different. Sinclair is from District 11, and he's a weird little bisexual German boy. That is true. I'm just laughing at these fucking chicken head little guys. All-purpose IDs against Intervallo 3.5 goons. The names are great too. Confused K-Corp checkpoint security. And these are all the same, but yes, their names are pretty great. Hey, why are you brokenhearting about my IDs? I'm using the ones I like, thank you. Win.
만만찮겠군. 본인이 하지. 야! 아르카나 비. 방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이
Papa Bongi solos.
어둡고 악한 아르카나
I have no idea what that means.
이대로면 승리도 시간 문제겠지? 있잖아. 사실 마법 소녀들은 항상 인력난에 시달리거든.
Let's do more win rate, because
괜찮다면
1번
혹시 우리를 도와서 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이
you'll see soon enough. Okay.
내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 해냈구나. 나라도 그랬을 거야.
부서졌나?
정의 이름으로.
지키기 위해서 나도 지킬 게 많거든.
있잖아.
Okay, just the one guy.
만만찮겠군. 항상 인력난에 시달리거든. 하지. 사랑으로 정의 이름으로. 우리를 도와서 이렇게 정화되었네. 자, 악당 패치 성공. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 세상이
자, 급한 볼일은
Right.
끝났으니까
Now that that's been all sorted out, why don't we get back to the point, friendly four-eyed stranger? You wear glasses, Gregor. Why are you calling him four-eyed?
발로랍니다. 그 호칭은 같은 안경 동지로서 섭섭하고
This guy doesn't even have his glasses on his face, and you wear your glasses yourself, Gregor. What are you talking about? I must object to such a moniker, especially so when it comes from a fellow glasses bearer. See? Oh, is that so? I'm sorry about that, I guess. Basic personal information, such as one's identity, can be easily acquired from the registration of one's death. Wow, okay. I did neglect to introduce myself. Here's my business card. You may call me Samjo. Disregarding the growing hostility surrounding him, the man handed us his card straight away. The K-Corp, affiliate of the Department of Food Resource Development's Research Center. That is a long title. Ha! Thought you'd be fooled by a bunch of big fancy words? Of course. Persuasion and explanation are where I excel, so please stay calm and listen. I was most impressed by the feats of your battle just moments ago. In particular, the instances where you continued to assault your foes in blatant disregard for a dying colleague nearby. A few others even laughed at the sight. I'm just looking at these. Wow, that is something else. Friend or foe, those who dare impede must be properly removed. Oates replied to his remark with a look full of pride, even though it didn't sound close to a compliment at all. As you can see, those chicken heads of unknown origin which are occupying this restaurant's front have been causing considerable damage. So what? The menu's manager has also been bedridden until just now. Another man with a haggard face tottered to us, making it somewhat apparent that Sanja wasn't lying about the restaurant's owner falling ill with worry. You may speak now. So things have been... A fried house opened up a few months ago, just across from Yumbong's bar in Friars. Franchise offers generous servings of good-tasting food using poultry with a supreme pedigree, so it was natural that we would draw all the customers from Yumbong's. But one day, out of the blue, the owner of Yumbong started acting real strange. Losing his customers must have shocked him or something, and now he's trying to ruin all of our businesses. I mean, it's not uncommon for competitors to throw jabs at each other, right? As if to attest to the restaurant owner's woes, screams echoed from the other side of the street. Yeah, what the hell? I'm just trying to parse what the fuck's happening here. As the supposed owner of Yumbong swung his arm while muttering something, the chickens responded in unison. Raw chickens jumped at people. What in the world? Is he commanding the chickens? That's definitely strange behavior. How spiteful does someone have to be to resort to that kind of stuff? I don't know if they're augmented or what, but those plucked and prepped hens would break into the restaurant and destroy things. And now there's people wearing those chickens on their heads too. If this keeps up, our restaurant is gonna lose so much money. Such as this feathery song. This has been a tear-jerking reflection. Would you be willing to deal with this case? That ruffled your feathers, huh, Yisang? Okay, I am holding. Unfortunately, I don't understand the pun. For this one?
이상. 이상.
Okay. You're joking or whatever, we still don't take requests from a chicken. Lifetime voucher. Handle this request and we'll offer you groundbreaking benefit, the right to free orders from this restaurant for the rest of your lives. Yisong responds every single time someone accidentally makes a Yisong pun.
평생
Lifetime voucher? I've never heard of such a...
그런 게 있는지. 시식용 치킨도
I've even prepared a few free samples for you.
예?
You what? Sancho personally distributed pieces of fried chicken that he suddenly had his hands on. Now, stand in line and keep things orderly. I brought samples for different pedigrees, so you're free to pick and choose. Each one comes with a unique brand of tastiness, demonstrating its strengths in differing cuts of meat. Want to choose only one flavor to taste? They all appear equal in gustatory greatness. Let me suggest this then. Leave the other flavors as something to anticipate to your future meals. It won't be a problem once the lifetime voucher is in your hands. Oh, indeed, 'tis an infallible proposition. It seems Sancho has won the hearts of most of the sinners with his compelling words and fine poultry samples. What do you say? This may be the first time I've seen Heathcliff go quiet at someone's words. Hold on just a second. There we go. I mean, that is a pretty good offer. Lifetime chicken. That's not half bad at all. Hello? Aren't we supposed to be looking for golden bows, not golden drumsticks? Since when did we... Didn't you hear him? We're dining on free crispy chicken forever! It doesn't have limited use, right? It's actually free chickens forever, right? Takeout counts too? Sheer greed. This takes me back to older days. Wonder if anyone remembers it, you know. Ham ham pang pang freshly fried chicken was totes delish. I sure do. I'd have a cheeky one with the lads whenever our syndicate earned a proper lump of dosh. You having your cheeky Nando's there, Heathcliff? Miss Faust, can you have them cut the crap already? Shouldn't there be some company clause against fried chicken requests? Faust was deep in thought by her lonesome. Alright, we will take your request. Excuse me? Might also be the first time we've seen Ishmael taken back to this extent. I'm sorry, Faust, but did you go out of your mind for a second there? Yeesh, Ishmael, no need to be so biting there. It is a reasonable payment for what is being requested. Like, you're not getting paid money, but you're getting free food. Forever. As long as they're in business, I suppose. What's Ish have against chicken? She's fish mail, not chicken mail. It's hard to say. Faust's mind tends to be out there most of the time. Guess we're all right and chummy for once, eh? Faust, are you serious? You're taking a request over free chicken? Yeah. What do you have? Well, I guess you can't eat, Dante, but come on. To be more precise, this is to resolve a case of the distortion phenomenon, Dante. Distortion phenomenon? Distortions. What are they? It is a term I'm sure is unclear to most. Although it has been occurring all around the city, no official announcement of the phenomenon has been made to the general public. Oh. To my knowledge, it is a phenomenon where an individual morphs into a form often unfit to be considered human. It has no known causes, and the appearances were all different. Doesn't make it clear enough. Are they like abnormalities? Not exactly, as unlike abnormalities, they do not shrink into eggs. It is possible for them to fully expire. I have witnessed a number of cases in the past. Our company has the LCD, a department housing consultant fixers dedicated to matters regarding the distortions. Though its size is small, it nevertheless signifies the company's interest in the phenomenon. So the owner of Yumbong's has turned into one of those distortion things? That's correct, but does not simply gain the ability to lead an army of raw chickens by losing their mind. Imagine being so mad about losing business to a competitor that you distort into a chicken thing. Ooh. Let's see. That's what it's about? Whew. I almost got worried I might have to knock some sense back into you, Faust.
제가 직접 나서서 정신을 차리게 해야 하나 싶었잖아요.
Is that why you were clutching your mace so tight, Ishmael?
옳소.
Oh!
사상자가 생기기
Thank you for the follow.
우리가 나서야지 않겠어.
What are you misclicking on there? But yeah, thank you for the follow. That actually hits the follower goal. So I am 100 pound to stay a follower now. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's fine. Rightly so. We must act before this commotion results in any casualty. Nom nom. Oh, you've got sauce on your face, Chiquita. Oh. Stream Elements is getting mad at you. Don't worry. I washed his rodeo, wiped Don Quixote's mouth clean. I'll take that as a yes, and we'll be waiting for your contact.
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다. 나도. 그러고 보니까
It hasn't even been a week, and I've accidentally followed 2 people and been the follower that hit their goals.
다시 관리를 맡겨주실까?
You are the chosen one for hitting people's follower goals, I suppose. 3.5-2 Hen Havoc. The battle.
먹인 자. 재밌겠군.
오늘도 정의로운 날이 될 수 있도록 힘내자. 다 함께 아르카나 B.
It is nice to know that my alerts are working and aren't being distorted like they were before.
순식간에 끝내죠.
야! 아르카나 B.
Anyways, welcome to the stream.
너희들의 사랑의 힘이 빛의 힘이 저주하고 악한 아르카나를 해냈구나. 나라도 그랬을
I
거야.
actually can't say. I was just gonna read your description. Don't worry about saying. You don't got to.
있잖아.
I actually need to
마법
put in a proper description. I think I only got like 2 lines or something in that.
너희만
순식간에
괜찮다면
끝내죠.
혹시 우리를 좋아하면
아무것도 남지 마라.
그건
I don't really accept friend codes from people who come into the stream. I'm sorry. I'm weird about it.
있잖아. 사실 마법 소녀들은 항상 인형난에 시달리고
But thanks for offering though.
너희만
조심.
괜찮다면
1번.
우리를 도와줘. 그건 선택의 시간이 필요할 거야. 내가
지킬 게
정할 순
많거든.
없겠네. 아쉽다. 있잖아.
Daggers.
사실 마법 소녀들은 항상 인력난에
Really?
시달리거든. 너희만 괜찮다면 혹시 우리를
You're
도와서
both going into that one. I guess he can do that one at least.
순식간에 끝내죠.
선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 수
Let off for now. Have a nice chimpkin. I will have nice chimpkin. Yes, thank you. Well, this is incredibly silly so far, but apparently most intervallos are kind of silly.
너도 누군가에게 맡겨졌겠지만
있잖아. 사실 마법 소녀들은 항상
Cheer.
인력난에 시달리거든.
1번
This was their first event.
괜찮다면
벌써
혹시 우리를 도와서
Well, not necessarily silly, but lighter than the Kantos tend to be. Then this was their first event and they needed some comedy to offset the, oh, here's racist genocide in Kanto 3.
멋진 활약이었어.
That makes sense.
내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거.
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다. 나도. 그러고
Confirm.
보니까 그 환상체
5,
이제
3.5-3, Hell's Chicken. The
제가
battle.
앞에 서죠.
Even their comedy is pretty horrific when you think about it, though. Because you have these things attacking people and taking over their heads. What are we supposed to do to resolve a distortion?
간단해요.
It's simple. They seem to have a habit of prefacing her expositions with a disclaimer about their simplicity. It's almost certainly a Half-Life. Of course, it's a Half-Life reference. These are head crabs, but they're chickens.
뒤틀림이 생긴
What you'll do is open up the heart of the distorted,
경계를 풀고
disarm their mind's guard, and coax them into opening up.
그렇군.
You see, do we remove the scapula first, or perhaps the sternum?
아니면 복장뼈?
Oh, she's getting excited. A physical revelation of the heart. An interesting proposal.
그 방식도 흥미롭군요.
First off, we should probably visit that young Bung's place and figure some things out. Raw poultry is walking around. That can't be hygienic.
위생에 좋지 않을 텐데.
No, it's probably not. They look like the things that were on those people's heads earlier. I don't know what they are, but we shouldn't get too close to... Unfortunately, I had forgotten that about 80% of the sinners valued my suggestions less than the cooing of a random pigeon on the roadside.
그래서
So we can have free chicken for life after we're done whacking these pullets, eh?
평생 먹을 수 있다는 거지?
귀엽군.
Cute. Let's stab.
썰이다.
I get it. That one will slice them all bare.
끄덕.
Huh. Nod. She says the word nod. He's so fucking weird. Provoked, the raw chickens leapt into the air. Huh? Heathcliff? Heathcliff's face was then devoured by one of them. Heathcliff? Heathcliff? Heathcliff stood in silence with the raw chicken adorning his head. It was quite the sight, much to my terror.
전 지금
I think I like Heathcliff better this way, you know? He actually seems intelligent now. You're so fucking mean. Oh gosh, what do we do, Dante? Wait, quick, your clock. But then, nothing would stop me from rewinding here, but the problem is... What if my head turns into a chicken while the clock's working? It's the same difference?
시계 대가리는
Clock head, chicken head, they're no different, so I don't get being huffy over it.
유난인지 모르겠군.
It looked like Sinclair was the only one actually worried about Heathcliff.
히스클리프 씨.
Mr. Heathcliff, are you alright in there?
있지.
Hey, why don't we keep him as our mascot if the thing never comes off?
써먹어보는 건 어때?
What's the deal with you and mascots anyway? Oh, lead your eyes hither. Heathcliff is communicating with the other hens. I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try. Oh, pardon me. Ooh. Heathcliff's become quite the chatterbox. It appears that the chicken sitting on his face is using his mouth to communicate rather than Heathcliff himself. I cannot leave Sir Heathcliff in these straits. I wish to cosplay with him as two fixers della Diante someday. I'm sure I butchered that. It'd only be subject to mockery if you were to engage in mummery with that chicken head. To avoid the gathering crowd, we shoved Heathcliff into the interior of Yunbong's bar and Friars and followed behind him. I can't stand his clucking anymore. I'll bring him back to his senses sharply. I just grabbed the raw chicken in Heathcliff's head with one hand and began to slap it ruthlessly with her spare. Furiously. The sound of the impacts is comparable to when she was interrogating a captive enemy. I don't see him ever recovering on his own. This leaves us no choice. I will remove the chicken head as a whole. Is it really okay to yank it off like that? It might peel his face right off with it. Grow backbone. Even if his skin were to be removed, it's perfectly fine as our executive manager is here to handle it. No, seriously, it's really not fine for me, Otis, and I can't just... Despite her opposition, Otis began jostling the chicken with all her might. You heard something tear. It didn't actually come off, did it? Huh? Back with us, soldier? Ugh, what's with this barmy soup in my mouth? Heath, you're having some serious discussion with those chickens, clucking weird stuff, remember? Now that you say it, I think I did hear some gabbing in my head. What were they on about? Some sort of recipe got lost, I guess. It was the cornerstone of this eatery, but once it was gone, he stopped getting customers. That's when the master started acting off and infected us all. Did you just say those chickens were us? Bugger, still recovering from those head ends. This is confusing. That's what you decided to call them? If the distortion happened because he lost his recipe, then maybe we can somehow recreate it for him? You've gotten close enough to an answer. Though much about the distortion remains unknown, one of the noted particulars is that it occurs when the good and evil... No, when the mind crumbles to figurative pieces. Sounds like you just pivoted away from good and evil because that version would get too long for you to bother. For instance, say that Hong Liu held a belief that he was certain would be an unchanging constant as he lived in the city. Or it could be a hope for some other psychological sustainment that had supported his life. If that support suddenly collapses in a massively shocking event that causes one to let their ego go, his mind would crumble, so to speak. Well, I could see that happening. It would be so shocking for a well-off cuss like you, getting your private purse snatched away.
용돈 뺏기는 거 아니겠어? 용돈은 받은 적도
Oh,
없었던
no.
걸요?
Never received an allowance. There was no need for such a thing when I could spend any amount whenever I wanted.
뭐야? 그럼
Really?
뭐였는데?
What else is it then? I thought I knew, but I can't seem to elaborate on it with words right now.
즉, 정리를
To return to the
해보자면
point and sum things up,
뒤틀림은
the distortion is a phenomenon that arises from deeply personal psychological shock.
단단히
The affected will have walled off their heart with a solid defense.
이 벽을
This wall has to be brought down using methods that the distorted would approve.
허물어야 합니다.
여기서
And in this case, the distortioner would want chicken-based cooking. Right. Gregor took a confident step forward after saying that. I cooked up a good few meals using leftovers and cans for my comrades in arms during the war. Those traumatized soldiers were moved to tears by my dishes as they gobbled up the stuff. Hey now, is it just me? Or did I hear someone scoff at that? Roll. What does the CF know about cooking? You'd be better off flipping hamburger patties with your pincer.
차라리 그 집게로 햄버거 패티나 굽는 편이 낫겠군.
Oh, if Mr. Gregor opened a business, he'd be a boss with big meaty claws. Big meaty claws!
료슈, 그거 벌레 털보란 뜻이었지. 아이, 그래도 뭔가 집게.
Yoshu, that's short for crawling furball, isn't it? But I'll say, I do like the idea of being the guy with big meaty claws. My head just got a sting. This is a reference to the fact that Gregor's VA is the Korean dub of Mr. Krabs. That's pretty great!
요리는
The
말이지.
true chef follows her tongue and blade.
그리고 거미 시키는 대로 하는 것이다. 전쟁통에서 마구잡이로 해먹.
Do you really say that food haphazardly mashed together in a war zone is real cuisine? Oh, that's one for the cookbooks.
심지어 료슈
It's
씨가
Ryoshi. She's speaking with full words for once. Ugh, it sounded cool, but I'm not sure you're one to be giving out advice.
아이, 그런데
Actually, hold on. Have you even cooked before, Ryoshu?
당연.
Obs.
지답지 않은.
I've crafted dishes on a level that you as a trifling cook can't dare imagine. Okay, now I'm starting to get mad. Let's see then. I'm on choose side.
아이, 갑자기 편을 나누는.
Are we splitting up into teams now? I mean, it's fun.
그리고
And why did you end up siding with her? Greg, darling, we've been stuck too close for too long. Why don't we try a little distance just for today? Heathcliff, having shaken off the dizziness, walked to Gregor's side.
그러니까
So he won by pulping her up, eh?
박살내면 이긴다. 이거지?
아니야.
No, we aren't crushing anyone with force.
설마 부하들에게.
You admit defeating your men canned food? You're a disgrace of a soldier. For your reference, I prefer instant food. Much prefer instant foods. I'm just sitting here. It's not really that different in quality. Canned, instant. That reference is just a preference.
유치하네요, 정말.
This is childish, really. Did you guys seriously want to take sides over this? Tell us, why don't you tell us? Which side are you, is she? You had to choose between Greg and Ryoshi to serve food for us sinners. When you try and coax her, I know Ishmael and I have been thick as thieves since early on. In spite of Gregor's confidence, Ishmael's face and posture portrayed a sense of awkwardness.
그레고리
Ishmael?
씨의 통조림
Sorry, Gregor, but if it's canned goods we're talking about, I hate more than I ever want on the ship.
지긋지긋하게 많이 먹어서요.
왜?
Come on, why don't you look at me in the eyes, Ishmael?
무슨 말?
Eh?
어?
The amount of betrayal in this Intervallo. Ishmael took a few sluggish steps backwards to stand next to Ryoshu. Her eyes never looked up to meet Gregor. He is so betrayed. Just in that gasp. Even though there wasn't much rapport to begin with, I could hear what little trusting bond existed between the two fall apart. Don Quixote glued herself to Gregor's back before I noticed. Her face was off-color. As a matter of truth, while we were banqueting upon skewered chicken on the bus, I bore witness to that woman's most awful deed.
저자가 무슨 짓을 했는지.
What'd she do with the chicken kebab?
뭘 했는데?
Hey, that is... Nay, I cannot begin to put it to words.
아, 이런.
Well, you saw it, did you? That was a secret technique of mine to bring out the Dakoshi's ultimate flavor.
나만의 비법이었지.
Don Quixote shuddered violently. Emotional damage! I can't do it well. Soon enough, Hong Li went to Gregor's side with a sparkle in his eyes.
살면서 애완동물 사료 같은 음식들도
Oh,
한
it
번쯤은
would be a unique
먹어봐야
experience to try dishes comparable to pet food once in my life, right? I'll be rooting for you, Gregor. Wow, that's so mean! Hong Li just being an absolute savage. Right. Thanks a lot, Hong Lu.
그냥 고마워. 홍루.
Hong Lu stood behind Gregor, wearing a kind smile on his face. Faust, I can count on you of all people to make the rational choice, yeah?
글쎄요.
I don't know. As Faust, I can enjoy a risky venture from time to time. With that profound remark, Faust took her place behind Ryoshu.
이해가 안 돼요.
I really don't get it. Why are we splitting our group into opposing
편을 나누는
teams?
거예요?
어이,
Hey,
그때
chick.
말 늦다.
Pick a way to survive or buzz off.
아니면 꺼져.
그딴
Tripping hesitation
그런 말을
isn't
하기에는
cool,
늦었다는
kiddo?
건가요?
And
그럼
I don't know how anyone is supposed to parse what her fucking acronyms are supposed to be. They obviously tell you what it is in the next line or two, but I don't know how anyone parses what they are. Sinclair is fluent somehow. Sinclair, he might be linked to Ryoshu on a spiritual level at this point. Ryoshu's ruthless remark made Sinclair trudge to her side. Unfair to threaten him to join you? That's cheating. I shan't choose, and instead I humbly await your selection.
그대들에게 겸허히 골라지겠소.
저건 필요 없어.
Don't need that. You take it. He sang his place on Gregor's team without him moving a muscle. Lastly, Marcel quietly stood behind Gregor.
사실
Marcel,
좀 감동받았어.
I'm a little touched.
비록
I know we never got to talk much, but you still decided to come and stand by me in my time of need. I'm sure he's doing it just so it's even. I've only done so because joining the team with fewer members would set the balance right. Exactly! I know what kind of person he is. He's like... No, it must be balanced. Some will proclaim they saw tears well up in Gregor's eyes at that moment. With the teams decided, we entered the kitchen of Yonbong's looking for a suitable place to cook. It had become a long-neglected mess with traces of foul rampage. That was a little tortured, thank you. However, Ryoshu and Gregor kicked stray plates and utensils out of their way like it was none of their business, and then took their spots. Hang on, are we allowed to do all this in someone else's restaurant? It's a raft, so why care?
어차피
You can't call a restaurant already faded to shut. We're trying to help.
그래.
Yeah, our goal is to deal with the distortion, isn't it? An angered flock of chickens fluttered to intimidate the sudden intruders, much to their dismay.
방해하면 다 베어버린다.
You guys look more in sync now.
오늘도 정의로운 날이 될 수 있도록 힘내자. 다 함께 아르카나.
Is this unfocused? Seven. Flying red kick. Probably up to that.
순식간에 끝내죠.
사랑으로. 방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이, 빛의 힘이 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 기울들었어. 이대로면 승리도 시간 문제겠지?
한몸.
해냈구나. 나라도 그랬을 거야.
Feels like extreme overkill. And that is a dodge. But throw a second person into it. Doesn't really matter what I do for that one.
순식간에 끝내죠.
히야! 아르카나 빛! 운명의 기운이 공명하는 것 같아. 그 공격을 선택한 건 좋았던 것 같네. 있잖아. 사실 마법 소녀들은 항상 인력난에 시달려.
I like how the dead ones have they have a crying face.
면 혹시 우리를 도와서 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 그치?
Throw you into that.
만만찮겠군. 본인이 하지. 이 정도쯤이야? 자, 악은 이렇게 정화되었네.
지킬 게 많거든.
보냈고.
자, 악당 퇴치 성공. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야.
Ryoshu and Gregor radiated a burning viciousness. Is this murderous aura supposed to be part of the culinary experience?
그딴 레시피 따위.
What recipe are you even going to show? More canned crapola?
아닌가?
Yes, when you work in a kitchen. That is part of the experience. There's no dish that beats the taste of survival.
어이, 노랭이.
Hey, champagne here. Get me a hen. Huh? Okay. You sang. Sorry, but can you open this can for me?
그리하겠어.
As you so wish. Sights and sounds filling the kitchen seemed at least somewhat proper. I can hear knives hitting the cutting boards, broth boiling up in pots, and fire sizzling on cigarettes. Huh? Why do we hear smoking in the kitchen? The two remain silent. Of course, as expected, the sound of a cigarette being snuffed out only came from Gregor's side. Yeah, you don't smoke in the kitchen, you go smoke outside.
언니의 보람과 세상의 아름다움에 대해 들어본 적 있는가? 없어도 전혀 상관없다네. 지금 우리가 보는 경치가 바로
Chickapalooza.
그런 것일 테니.
Who wants to be the one to tell Ryoshi that? Yeah, that's a good point.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
오늘도 정의로운 날이 될 수 있도록
Straight
힘내자.
no more combat, eh?
아르카나 비트.
순식간에 끝내죠.
방금 멋졌어.
똑바로
너희들의
서라.
사랑의 힘이
나무 인형만도 못한 거.
저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어. 이제 되면 승리도 시간 문제겠지? 있잖아. 사실 마법 소녀들은 항상 인력난에 시달리거든. 너희만
Fading.
괜찮다면 혹시 우리를 도와서 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 그치?
That should work.
이 정도쯤이야? 자, 악은 이렇게 정화되었네.
너도 누군가에겐 아껴졌겠지만
해냈구나. 나라도 그랬을 거야.
Some of them are marinated, others aren't. You went to that one.
만만찮겠군. 본인이 하지. 지키기 위해서.
알겠어.
I always find it kind of funny when Creepy Post kills something while it's like in her hand, so that its corpse falls to the ground before she does the final hit.
마법 소녀들은 항상 인력난에 시달리거든. 너희만 괜찮다면 혹시 우리를 도와서 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다.
Do something like that.
만만찮겠군. 본인이 하지.
알겠어.
Like that.
자, 악당 퇴치 성공! 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거야.
가장 순수한 세상으로.
Chicken in hand. Oh, I thought those ones were bloody. They have different. That's not blood. That's different marination.
에고 침식도 양호. 아마도.
Stared at Gregor's dish for a good while. What, is this, Gregor?
밀리터리
A military survivalist meal, or something like that. Do they really eat this in the military? Look, Magic Bud, didn't you say you're an amnesiac? Since when were you such a delicate food critic, huh? Time to get that out on a tray. Gregor lost his usual calm demeanor and suddenly snapped at me. I looked at Rio she was serving next. It felt like I was looking at a brand new work of art. Oh, at time. Okay, break time. Bye-bye. Hello, hello. As in, I had no idea what it was supposed to be. Taking the piss out of fucking modern art. What the fuck am I looking at? Ryoshu, just to make sure, you didn't mistake our objective with assassinating the distorted restaurant owner, did you?
닥치.
STCU.
닥쳐.
She wants to shut the clock up. Heathcliff and Marcel had caught the owner of Yunbong's and put him in his seat in the meantime. He started by feeding him Ryoshi's cooking. That's quite the distortion.
뒤틀림의 언어는 해석하기
Distortion's language is difficult to parse. It will take me at least 70 hours to decipher it based on the speech pattern and cadence.
네?
That long? We can't be frying chickens for all that time.
수는 없어요.
Wait, I think I can hear his voice in my head. How curious. This could be due to the influence of the golden boughs we've collected resonating with manager Dante's head. I think I just heard a staggering statement, but the owner's cries are too distracting.
저자가 뭐라고
What
하는
is he
거지?
trying to say? A funeral procession in my mouth. Ooh. Is your cooking theme poultry apocalypse? He asks.
좋아.
Right. Today will be the day I rip that clock from its stem.
불리해지겠어.
I was just relaying his review.
그럼
Then the two of you can go to hell together. Got too cocky, eh, Ryoshu? Confidence is good and all, but it's no match for hard-boiled experience.
이 숙련된 경험을 따라잡지는 못하지. 자자,
Oh,
내
guess it's
차례.
my turn. Open wide now,
크게
pal.
걸리시게나?
Is he starting to open up his heart?
그야말로 마음을 열고 있는 건가?
He's wondering if it was sludged up from the food waste dumped to outside. Looks like both your dishes failed. The owner and his chickens came at us with growls, as if to express their master's anger in full. Are we just gonna have all of them fucking cooking in sequence until we get until someone makes a decent dish? Is that what's going on here? Do that one.
정화. 방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이, 빛의 힘이 저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어. 이대로면 승리도 시간 문제겠지?
Munch.
꿰어라. 해냈구나. 나라도 그랬을 거야.
Four of them are staggered.
조심 1번.
너도 누군가에게 나도 지켜.
사랑으로 가. 악은 이렇게 정화되었네.
벌써 부서졌나? 보내고.
있잖아. 사실
아빠방기.
소녀들은 항상 일령난에 시달리거든. 너희 괜찮다면 혹시 우리를 도와서 아니야. 이건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 순 없겠네.
Look at him go! Poultry apocalypse! Damage up. The sitter's raw. The reaction wrought by the sitter's cooking loses HP by 40% of max HP. I noticed he was already damaged, but I didn't realize it was because the food was so bad. Oh, that's good. Counter into that. Have to worry about timing. And by timing, I mean speed.
만만찮겠군. 고민이 하지.
너도 누군가에겐 아껴졌겠지만
분명하네. 압도적인 사랑의 힘으로 아르카나들은 전부 정화될 거야. 역시 내가 엄청 도움이 됐지?
Fine. At least he can do that.
조심.
He's
1번.
still alive afterwards.
히어! 아르카나 슬레이버! 운명의 기운이 분명하는 것 같아. 그 공격을 선택한 건 좋았던 것 같네.
보냈고.
자, 악당 퇴치 성공! 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야.
What are these numbers?
다섯의 기회 중
Maybe an indicator alerting us of squandering 2 out of 5 opportunities. I guess each team can prepare another dish then. How's that sound? Just like that. Thus began Limbus Company's petite cooking competition.
자.
Right now, let's assign each of us a role. Not that it'll make a difference, but... Hey, Hong Lu. Have you ever seen a kitchen before? Him. Well, my room didn't have any kitchenettes, though I did sneak into the grand dining hall on the second floor a few times for snacks when I was a kid.
2층에 있던 대식당에 몰래 간 적은 있긴 했죠.
그다음.
Next up, we have Yi Sang. Wasn't he the only one who came out fine when we drank that spoiled milk the other day? The smell was a sensual one, permeating my pulmonary depths.
폐까지 스며드는 센슈얼한 냄새였어.
Apparently! Spoiled milk. Ew.
토닉
Don Quixote, is something wrong with your throat?
상태가 안 좋은 거야?
내게
What say you let me take the mantle?
어떻소?
She said with a bashful expression, her hands behind her back.
돈키호테.
Don Quixote, this isn't time for kids stuff.
아니야.
I'm no child. Why am I denied the chef's place and Sinclair is allowed to do such on the other team?
왜 여기는 안 시켜주는 것이오?
닭이 너무 들쑥날쑥하게
Chicken is taught too unevenly. You should cut them better. Keep your back straight.
네.
Right, okay.
이건 너무 삼삼한 거 아니야?
Kiddo, isn't this a bit bland? I think it could use a teensy bit more sweetness.
달게요?
Sweetness? Let's see. Where's the sugar?
어디 있더라?
파우스트가 보았어.
Based on what Faust is seeing, the heat needs to be pitched up one notch.
저건 안 돼.
That one's hopeless. The knife grip is all wrong.
다들 그러지 말고
Why don't you all
직접
stop from
보지 그래요.
being backseat chefs and actually help? I mean, you could definitely trust Sinclair to take on that kind of stuff. His palate should be a good enough judge too, growing up in a wealthy family and all.
잠깐.
Now wait a sec, why isn't anybody giving me any suggestions? Watch, I can cook an egg.
계란 정도는.
Bloody hell, why is the damn fry pan heated? It's almost grilled me dead. Everyone watches the pan heat slip through, hit a wall, and broke into pieces. This restaurant reeks of mold and other unclean stains. It's like the kitchen has been left unattended for at least 140 days. Cooking outside may be more sanitary to the current situation.
나도 시켜줘.
Prithee, give me permission to cook!
요리.
She wants to cook so bad. How dare you mess up our kitchen? You'll reckon with our wrath for your foul deed. Look, you can't just make the you can't keep making the foul pun. You already did it. It just felt like that's what it was saying. Come on, keep it together, Gregor.
힘내자. 그레고르.
승리의 보람과 세상의 아름다움에 대해 들어본 적 있는가? 없어도 전혀 상관없다네. 지금 우리가 보는 경치가 바로
Chicken in another hand. The battle.
움직이는 먹인 자. 재밌겠군.
메이저.
This one gets a chef hat.
아니야. 마이너 아르카나 정도겠지? 조심해. 마이너라고 해도 생각보다 강할 수 있으니까. 내가 응원해줄게.
Sure.
히야! 아르카나 빛!
정확한
방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이 빛의 힘이 저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어. 이대로면 승리도 시간 문제겠지?
벌써 부서졌나?
해냈구나. 나라도 그랬을 거야. 깨어라.
알겠어.
있잖아. 사실 마법 소녀들은 항상 인력난에 시달리거든. 너희만 괜찮다면 혹시 우리를 도와서 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 그치?
That one actually has a lot of HP. And I can just kill this one, I guess.
순식간에 끝내죠.
이름으로!
한 놈. 차라리
있잖아. 사실 마법 소녀들은 항상 운명난에 시달리거든. 너희만 괜찮다면 혹시 우리를 도와서... 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까. 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 그치?
조심 1번.
아이고. 지키기 위해서. 쓰레기 같은 아르카나 놈들. 이제 평화가 찾아오고.
운명의 기운이 공명하는 것 같아. 그 공격을 선택한 건 좋았던 것 같네.
Yeah, they just do something dumb like that. My god, it's time for the chicken rave. Hey Carrie, yes, it is time for the chickens. Sure. That should work. Just in case.
날 찾고 정확하게. 지키기 위해서.
분명하네.
Didn't I have two people going into that one?
아르카나들은 전부 정화될
Whatever.
거야.
정화.
역시 내가 엄청 도움이 됐지?
지킬 게 많거든.
자, 악당 퇴치 성공! 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 세상이 평화로워지는...
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다. 나도.
Iron Chicken Chef.
보니까 그 환상체 이제 가호를 내려준 아이가 없어졌지.
On my various boxes.
관리를 맡겨주실까?
그렇죠.
애국 음식도 양호. 아마도.
Can anyone tell me what this food is meant to be?
한수나오
It's quite simple.
관리자나리.
Manager Esquire, is not chocolate such a delicacy, thus we put it in the cooking. Oh no!
그리고 난 감자가 싫기 때문에 비슷해 보이는 오렌지를 대신.
Oh no! Oh no! Next, I utilized oranges as a substitute for potatoes. For I much dislike the tuber.
뭐?
What? Who do you think you are to take spuds out like that? You're a right baffling bird. Okay, have fun with Phasmo. I assume you're going to play Phasmophobia. Okay, but why is the chicken so brutally torn to bits? It was customary in our town to rip chickens into bite-sized pieces using one's hands. It was a treat to remember. Really are a fucking raccoon. What's this black thing? Why is a lump of coal in the pan? Playing an awful lot for a mouthless cuss. Do you even know how to eat this stuff? The chickens rush at us under the disordered restaurant owner's short yet decisive order.
오늘도 정의로운 날이 될 수 있도록 힘내자. 다 함께 아르카나.
Yeah, don't blame me after that one, Mr. Chicken Owner. Very into that one.
조심 1번.
방금 멋졌어. 나의 사랑의 힘이 이 정도쯤이야? 내 힘이 저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어. 그러면 승리도 시간 문제겠지? 있잖아. 사실 마법 소녀들은 항상 인력난에 시달리거든. 너희만 괜찮다면 혹시 우리를 도와줘. 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까. 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 그치?
정화.
Kind of unfortunate speed timing.
사랑으로.
Ryoshi was either first or last. That would have been a nice A-res.
했구나. 나라도 그랬을 거야.
Oh, more chef hats, eh? Something like that.
날카롭고 정확하게.
보냈고.
차라리
저건 아르카나의 스프레드에 분명 강한 암시가 걸린 걸 거야. 조심해야 해.
I'll completely ignore that one. Don't need to do that. Eat. Something like that.
날카롭고 정확한 너도 누군가에겐 아껴졌겠지만
야! 아르카나 세이버! 운명의 기운이 증명하는 것 같아. 그 공격을 선택한 건 좋았던 것 같네. 자, 악당 퇴치 성공! 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야.
Nay, what matter of foul trickery is this? Never has gone down whilst the justice has yet to even touch his dish. I wonder why. He said it's not even worth evaluating since what you did, but what you said of it scared away his appetite. That's a few more syllables than what the owner spoke, isn't it? Right he is. May this rejection be revoked. Hold it, let me ask you guys this first. Have any of you even tasted this thing? Not a single one. has even bothered trying their own dish because it's so horrid. You can't just feed others things you haven't tried yourselves. We're trying to please someone here. Hawkface has got a point, I have to admit. He wants to try this. The tension was thicker than we were preparing for battle. I urge you to not look at me with such eyes. Even though the raccoon doesn't want to eat it. Permit me, if my sacrifice helps to unfurl the wickedness of the world. Don Quixote shut her eyes tight. Bugger all, so we'll just get the damn stuff in their jaw. Heathcliff grabbed a lump of the serving and shoved it in the nearest person's mouth. Result stood completely still at the unexpected taste test. Did that kill him on the spot? I swear upon my honor that I have done nothing to cause troubles this time. If Sir Virgilius is ever to ask who was responsible. Result turned to Heathcliff very slowly. The what? The dressing is erroneous overall. Failure to properly cook the chicken has resulted in a residual stench of blood and other unpleasant odors. The sauce is too thick to bring out a deep flavor. The inconsistent cuts of the meat contribute to the serving's inability to rouse one's appetite. Have you gone loony? That what you have to say? No, I have not finished. The seasons and spices are a complete disaster, and the taste in my mouth is even worse than plaster. Lacking sugar, you toss 2.5 spoons of butter, and the end result simply belongs right in the gutter. I am quite sorry. Isang, most ask if you aim to throng my teeth and prong my tongue by cooking wrong, seeing as this plate's a headstrong lens to ding-dong notions of what food is to you all along. I have not one excuse. One bloody moment. Is he possessed by something, or you dare trigger the Frenchman with your cooking? I was right that he absolutely just talks extremely fast at times. This was when, like, this is the first time he's done this in the story, but when I saw him having a huge wall of text all one, I'm like, he's absolutely speaking really fast, so I have to read this out quickly. Most people were unable to accept my point when I elaborated on my statements in detail. Because of that, I have not bothered to expand upon them until now. Additionally, I know, why don't we let Marcel take charge this time? Hong Lu made a suggestion with a shower of claps to break the French tension before his turn to be condemned came around. We'll help you with everything you need. I do not prefer to have assistants around. Fret not, we shan't disappoint you. Don Quixote bravely exclaimed, rolling up her sleeves. Cooking is not my specialty, but if you so insist, I will readily attempt it. But let's have a look at Ryoshi's team, then. While there is a spectacle occurring on Gregor's team, they had grown tense among Ryoshi's crew. But how in the wing's names am I supposed to make food that's both salty and clean, sweet but not too sugary, and lightly cooked but somehow also crispy? Claire yelled, throwing the apron he had been wearing to the floor. I can't do this anymore! I guess Ishmael is right. Beating Heathcliff at arm wrestling is going to be easier than this. That was a joke. Statistically speaking, it is likely that Sinclair's height increased by 5 centimeters in just 1 week. In other words, a nigh impossible. Shut up already, it's all the same! How weak. You cannot withstand a few criticisms and come whining like the pathetic soldier you are. You're so damn sure of yourself, Otis, but why don't you do it yourself then? As courageous as his rebuttal was, his eyes were shut tight. You leave me no choice. Sinclair crash outs continue to be peak. Just gets a hat all of a sudden. Out of my way, stragglers. It's about time someone led this troop. In a series of turbulent events I didn't fully catch, Mersault took up Gregor's culinary antenna and took Blanche. The kitchen grew busy as Gregor's sinners moved according to Mersault's order. Behold, Mersault, I have carved this one into the adorable shape of a star. Potatoes should be cut into square pieces so that they may be evenly cooked on all sides. Nevertheless, square shapes, 5 centimeters. That's pretty big hunks of potato. Mersault looked more characteristic than ever with the mantle of head chef upon his shoulders. Whatever. A chicken's a chicken. It can only be so special. Who knows? That lost recipe of his might have been all superficial stuff like 1 spoon of earnestness and 3 scoops of effort, eh? Oh, so this is how you cook potatoes. What the? You thought they harvested baked potatoes out in the fields? Taking me for a fool, aren't you? Obviously, ripe potatoes fall from their tree. Obviously, ripe potatoes fall from their trees when the time is right. I was just kidding. Ooh, pardon me. I was just kidding, Heathcliff. Oh, what are you planning to do with that tenderizer? The serene flower has blossomed on this yam. So a bud can eat and bloom even upon this barren ground. Yeah, I've noticed. That is a sign that the potato is poisonous. It must be disposed of immediately. Don Quixote, confiscate it. Ready-ho! Please do not do such. Burnt things are insignificant in their own ways. In truth, the state of being burnt may as well be an imaginary concept defined by a man when the essence of an object has remained unchanged. Burnt refers to the condition in which a food item is discolored beyond a certain degree and produces an acrid smell after prolonged exposure to high heat. And this one has been burnt to its core. It is only right to discard it as long-term consumption of burnt food can negatively impact the body. Regrettable. Mersault became a ruthless chef while Yithang remained mostly unhelpful. Heathcliff was peeling ingredients at a surprisingly brisk pace. Don't gab at me, it'll ruin my focus. Knives are a luxury. A real pauper can peel any spud with nothing more than a metal spoon. I mean, I guess. Sounds like it would be real fucking hard, though. This gets a pass. You're rewarded extra points for the expertise displayed in your ass-lip strokes. That's class! Watch closely. You need to employ a wide variety of ingredients. Being a picky eater is what stunted your growth. I can still get taller from here? I think. Also, an unbalanced side is the reason why your hair is turned all gray. Faust has always had... Wow. Holy shit, that was... Your hands in particular have become coarse and rough for the same reason. Excuse me? This is because of all the work I did aboard the ship. Me next, Otis. What about me? What's the diagnosis? Don't yell frivolously like that. You're being a distraction.
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다. 나도. 그러고 보니까 그 환상체 이제
Master Chicken Chef.
없어졌지. 다시
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
메이저... 아니야. 마이너 아르카나 정도겠지? 조심해. 마이너라고 해도 생각보다 강할 수 있으니까. 내가 응원해줄게.
I was just trying to move the screen. Eight.
만만치 않겠군. 본인이 하지. 정의의 이름으로. 방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이, 빛의 힘이 저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어. 이대로면 승리도 시간 문제겠지?
갓. 똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못한 것.
있잖아. 사실 마법
Two
소녀들은
staggers.
항상 인형난에 시달리거든.
Get out.
너희만 괜찮다면 혹시 우리를 도와서 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 그치? 만만치 않겠군. 본인이 하지.
차라리
해냈구나. 나라도 그랬을 거야. 이 정도쯤이야? 있잖아.
꺼져.
사실
집중하고
마법 소녀들은 항상 인형난에 시달리거든. 너희만 괜찮다면 혹시 우리를 도와서 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 그치?
Here.
정화.
너도 누군가에겐 아껴졌겠지만
This fucking Greek who can't navigate faster than 0.02853 miles per hour really likes to run her mouth. Yeah, she really does.
사실 마법 소녀들은 항상 인형난에 시달리거든. 너희만 괜찮다면
It's
혹시
doing the
우리를
evade.
도와서 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 그치? 정화. 이 정도쯤이야?
제가 묻었네요.
운명의 기운이 증명하는 것 같아.
지킬 게
그
많거든.
공격을 선택한 건 좋았던 것 같네. 있잖아. 사실
조심.
마법 소녀들은
1번.
항상 인형난에 시달리거든. 너희만 괜찮다면 혹시 우리를 도와서 아니, 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까. 자, 악당 퇴치 성공! 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 승리의 보람과 세상의 아름다움에 대해 들어본 적 있는가?
Restaurant cheers, mild
지금
fathoms.
우리가 보는 경치가 바로 그런 것일 테니.
You know we only have 2 chances left, right, team? How about we start with results, made by following the formula to a T? Read with pinpoint precision, Mersault's dish looked like a picture in a cookbook come to life. Right, we have something that looks like an actual serving, so that's a good start. After having tasted Mersault's work, the restaurant owner quietly savored it, contemplating for a while. I had to ruminate on this dish for a long time. It was an excellent serving in all tangible ways. The smell, the taste, the presentation. Yet I felt that it was still missing something I couldn't quite describe with words. And that was professionalism as a cook, an ironic smidgen of a blemish within perfection. That's why this dish cannot get a pass, unfortunately.
갑자기
It suddenly started sounding like a posh judge. What the fuck does it even mean, anyways? It's missing professionalism as a cook? Someone took the mask off that blighter's head. The only thing distorted about it might be his crooked attitude. Tomo Vanshu. Nevertheless, I hold no regrets over this battle. At least the chickens aren't bum-rushing us this time. Only one chance left, Otis brought her dish to the table. It looks neat, nothing too fancy, but still simple and clean. What are these couple of needles on the dish for, Otis? They look like a clock's hands. They are a simple decoration I added in tribute to you, Executive Manager. Oh, I get bonus points if I could. This fucking simp indeed. The comment that followed from the owner was too sensational for me to put into words. You're such a mess. What are you doing with that freaking mask on your head? Back in your mama's day, we grinned and bore with all sorts of nonsense. How are you gonna live through this unforgiving world if you get all heartbroken over something so small? Get it together already. My mother was always like that. Rather than kind and caring words, she would scold me with her nitpicky lectures. She was so particular about chicken too, rarely touching a piece that anyone else would take in a heartbeat. Running this restaurant, I had forgotten something important. Oh, mother. Now's your chance. The distortion or whatever's on him is weakening. Look at this. Some kind of doors appeared next to him. Do we go through it? What made Odie's dish stand out anyway? But smart, soldiers. May we see the end of this. I don't fucking know. I don't have a dedicated team. We go random. There you go. Great coat. What are these, eh? Following a crispy scent. To battle.
종의 이름으로 지금 이곳에 등장! 메이저... 아니야. 마이너 아르카나 정도겠지? 조심해. 마이너라고 해도 생각보다 잘할 수 있으니까 본인이 내가 응원해줄게. 야! 아르카나 빛! 방금 멋졌어. 넌 내 사랑이
아무것도 남지
내 힘이 저 어둡고 악한 아르카나를 뒤흔들었어. 그냥 승리도 시간 문제겠지?
damage this time.
조심 1번
사랑으로
지키기 위해서.
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못하네.
역방향? 그래 분명해. 악당들도
Do damage
지금
again.
상황일 거야. 기회는
Flashing, yes you are.
날카롭고 정확하게. 지키기 위해서. 나도 지킬 게 많거든.
자, 악은 이렇게 정화되었네.
벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 없고.
자, 악당 퇴치 성공. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거야.
No idea what these points are for here.
내일도 지금처럼
파우스트가
조용하려나?
나설 만한 곳이어야 할
I'm guessing this is because this was an event.
메이저. 아니야. 마이너 아르카나 정도겠지? 조심해. 마이너라고 해도 생각보다 강할 수 있으니까. 내가 응원해줄게.
날카롭고 정확하게.
방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이, 빛의 힘이 더 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어. 이대로면 승리도 시간 문제겠지? 해냈구나. 나라도 그랬을 거야.
What am I doing? There.
조심 1번
지킬 게 많거든.
벌써 부서졌나?
자,
쓸모가 없고.
악당 퇴치 성공. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거야. 근데 내일도 지금
네,
애도 침식도
조용하려나?
양호. 아마도.
오늘도 정의로운 날이 될 수 있도록 힘내자. 다 함께 아르카나 비트. 만만찮겠군. 본인이 하지. 히어 아르카나 비트. 차. 방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이, 빛의 힘이 저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어.
제가 묻었네요.
이대로면 승리도 시간 문제겠지? 역방향? 그래.
We go damage this turn.
만만찮게 저기 비슷한 상황일 거야. 하지! 기회는 지금! 해냈구나! 나라도 그랬을 거야. 자, 악당 퇴치 성공! 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거야.
The battle.
움직이는
네.
먹인 자.
내일도
재밌겠군.
지금처럼 조용하려나? 메이저.
Oh, hey. At least you don't have chicken heads.
마이너 아르카나 정도겠지? 조심해. 마이너라고 해도 생각보다 강할 수 있으니까. 내가 응원해줄게. 만만찮겠군. 본인이 하지. 야! 아르카나 빛. 차! 방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이 빛의 힘이.
똑바로
고
서라.
악한 아르카나
남은 영만
해냈구나.
못해.
나랑 붙을 거야. 옆방향? 그래.
Daggers.
악당들도 생각지 못한 상황일 거야. 기회는 지금.
날카롭고
제가 묻었네요.
이 정도쯤이야?
지킬 게 많고.
자, 악당 퇴치 성공. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜
Enter.
거야.
Candles quietly burn away. Scribbling sounds are all that fill the air.
지금
Tree of Eyes takes turns glaring into a grand tome bound in skin. Can't tell what it's referencing or if there is any deliberation in its writing. Hands are busy nonetheless. Yearning for destruction and doom, it writes and writes and writes. You feel the passages it's writing may be prophecies for some place and some time. We agreed. You gathered the scattered candles to a single spot. The flames suddenly rise high when a gush of wind whooshes past the gathered candles. As soon as the pillar of flame touches the book, the three eyes all whip around to glare at the sinners. Commence battle. Guess I can do up to 7. Need to level up my other IDs somewhat, but I don't have a whole lot of resources. Whatever. To battle.
나? 뭐 최선은 다해보겠다만.
오늘도 정의로운 날이 될 수 있도록 힘내자. 다 함께 아르카나 빛.
Transfer agility. That's burn, like 3 burn, 5 burn, 2 burn count. Every candle is snuffed and at full HP, gain resistance to all candles are lit again. While candles are lit, lose resistance. It lights a candle and uses an attack skill. Actually, now we're going to that. Try to light the candle. Like that, maybe?
조심 1번이야.
방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이 빛의 힘이
떼어내주지.
저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 별로 효과적이지 않은 것 같은데. 텐데. 사랑의 힘이 부족한 걸지도. 정의 이름으로. 어라, 아무 반응이 없는 것 같은데. 선배가 있었다면 물어봤을 텐데. 일단 잘 모르겠으니까 좀 더 힘줘서 해볼까?
Hello. Yeah, caught those ads right as they started, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll just switch to the break screen. 5. Okay, so you can't clash those. Wonder if you can. Guess it can't. Oh no! That's weird. It's technically a later canto abnormality. It's odd that you don't get any ads. I still get Twitch ads, and I have ad block and everything. Just can't clash these, so I can't actually use her. These Ryoshu's. Not Ryoshu, Rodia's power guard thing. I'd say hit the stuff that won't hit you back first. So what? The candles? I guess. You want to clash that. Very lit.
이리로 와.
핵심적인 스킬에 대해 이런 아르카나를 들었어. 이제 서서히 힘을 잃어갈 거야. 좋았어. 있잖아. 사실 마법 소녀들은 항상 인력난에 시달리거든. 너희만
오.
괜찮다면 혹시
오케이.
우리를 도와서 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다. 그치?
Like that.
날카롭고 정확하게 차라리 아무것도 나지 마라.
운명의 기운이 공명하는 것 같아. 아르카나 빌! 공격을 선택한 건 좋았어.
벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 없고.
악당 배치 성공!
Yeah, I didn't quite get that from reading the passive.
내일도
It
꼭
it said
불러줄게.
if no candles were lit, that it had resistance, and then that was it.
근데 내일도 지금처럼 조용하려나?
Burn potency. Burn potency when fashion fix burn potency. Counter unique burn. Target. You go this way. Beautiful.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
레이저. 아니야. 마이너 아르카나 정도겠지? 조심해. 마이너라고 해도 생각보다 강할 수 있으니까.
Yeah, whatever.
내가 응원해줄게.
1번. 차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이, 빛의 힘이 저 어둡고 악한
제가
아르카나들을
물었네요.
뒤흔들었어. 이대로면 승리도 시간 문제겠지? 꿰어라.
벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 없고.
역방향? 그래,
You can
분명히.
just do damage here.
아까도 생각지 못한 상황일 거야. 기회는 지금.
This is gonna be overkill. But I
정말
can't tell them who to attack in this type of fight.
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형만도 못한.
악은 이렇게 정화되었네.
나도 누군가에겐 아껴줬겠지만 나도 지킬 게 많거든. 지킬 게 많거든.
자, 악당 배치 성공. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거야.
The folks are blocking the way. They're sitting on a deck, yelling at each other. Look at this succulent piece. Rich juice running down the fibers of luscious meat. This is what chicken is about. Wrong. This piece is a clean taste, with not an ounce of grease tainting the tongue. This is the real deal. They do turn around at the same time to face you. You there. Tell us which is better. Chicken is chicken. I mean, the correct answer is not here, to be honest. Take this one off. Memorize this for Mirror Dungeon. Pick it on floor 2 every single run. One of the best events for Mirror Dungeon in the future. Chicken's chicken? That's true, an irrefutable point. They lower their hands and settle down. What a strange thing we were fighting over. They're right. The one truth is that chicken is always right. After a passionate handshake, the two give you their bucket of chicken. Wise grimace of this yourself deserves both pieces. Please take this, we insist. Okay, so it's lying to you, and it's gain 1 Yu-Gi-Oh gift or for 2 options, or gain 2 Yu-Gi-Oh gifts for the other. Also, the correct option was not in the list. These Yu-Gi-Oh gifts solve both rupture and burn count issues even after the nerf, so you basically always want these. Well, that's good, because the first team I could probably go for is probably burn, since I have a few IDs that do burn. The dispenser's hum fills the air. It knows what we want. We also know what it wants. I don't fucking know. Are any of these worth buying, or do I just ignore it like I do every shop in your dungeon so far because I have no idea what's worth buying? Normally you're probably swapping a skill for S3. This one for S3 first, I think, and here, take blue Zippo to sell your ego gift issues. Ego resource issues. How much does it cost? 163? This one, Gloom Ego, and one resource of 2 other random affinities. Dense Quietness. Feel free to take a rest here. If you'd like a chance meeting, please place that on the desk. Convenience store owner exploring the maze for a dispenser. Not enough cost. I don't have enough cost for this either. Apparently I do. Sure. Oh, I need 43 more cost.
알고 침식도 양호. 아마도.
I'm having visions I've never seen before. These must be his memories.
충격을 받아서
It might be recollections that he partially had lost due to the shock.
장면일 수도 있겠군요.
Whew, I finally found it. I thought he'd keep his top secret recipe locked up tight and away, but he was using it as a trivet to eat ramen.
받침대로 쓰이고 있었을 줄이야.
Is that my restaurant's recipe? How do you get your hands on it?
어떻게 찾아낸 거지?
스파이를
I sent a spy. You really think a part-timer willing to come in an hour early to help with prep on minimum wage would actually exist?
진짜로 존재할 거라고 생각했나?
But why? Why would you?
어쩔 수
I
없어.
have no choice. If I don't meet the quota HQ demands for me, my restaurant will be shut down.
우리 가게는 문을 닫을 수밖에 없다고.
The recipe's still in my head. 2 spoons of sugar, 1.5 spoons of soy sauce, then add minced garlic.
간장 한 스푼 반에 다진 마늘을.
소용없어.
It's no use. I'll have it burnt in the concept incinerator. Any trace of the recipe will be gone, including the memories in your head. Wow, that's fucked up.
안돼. 설탕 2스푼, 간장 한 스푼 반에.
2 spoons of sugar, 1.5 spoons of soy sauce. Like I said, you should have shut down your restaurant when I warned you.
일찌감치 가게를 접었어야지.
2 sugar. No, was it sugar? I can't remember a thing.
아무것도 기억이 안 나.
그 자식.
I never liked that pest. He was rot from all the NSOP signs plastered over his walls. Oh, that's fucked up. You know which city you're in by now. Yes, I do know that. I can still comment on things being fucked up when they show up.
개념 소각기에 넣었다면
It was put in the concept incinerator. That recipe is as good as gone.
봐야겠네요.
개념 소각기가
What's the concept incinerator? But never mind, Ishmael. Your face tells me I don't want to ask about it.
그다지 묻고 싶지 않아졌어.
Pardon?
소각기라 한다면
Concept incinerator
기술을
is a trusted method of permanently erasing a technology.
이를테면
For instance, it has the ability to make it as if Miss Faust never invented Mephistopheles.
시간이 되돌아가는
Does it turn
건가요?
things back in time?
아니요.
No, not quite.
머릿속에서
It simply is
어떤
oblivionized, as though the brain had never conceived it.
기술과 관련된
Any documentation, photography, the tiniest bits and parts of his composition, even Miss Faust's own memories, will be dimmed and obliterated.
뭉개지거나 사라지는 것이요.
해당 특이점
Effectiveness and range for the incineration will depend on the price of the product. It's true. I can't remember if the marinade was based on pepper or soy sauce, how much sugar or salt I should put. Nothing's left in my head. None of my customers can remember how it tasted.
심지어 가게를 찾아왔던 수많은 손님들조차도 이제 노력해봤자
There's no use in trying at this point. It's all useless.
모두 헛수고일 뿐이야.
마음부터 물러.
You're soft-hearted. Young Bongs? You should do away with that tacky name and give your restaurant a better title. Young is my mother's name. Oh,
말.
TWH.
본래 촌스러울
Suppose
수도
tacky can also mean a
정감이
friendly
있는
warmth.
문제는
Problem is you're weak still. Is your weak will. Just why are you so eager to start fights?
자.
Come, I will fix that helpless attitude of yours.
오늘도 정의로운 날이 될 수 있도록 힘내자. 함께 아르카나 비.
I can't help but laugh at the way this guy moves. I'll probably see end of the turn, feel HP for each raw chicken. If the part isn't broken, gain 1 damage up for each living raw chicken. Bleed, tremor, paralyzed, tremor burst. Papa Bonky knows what he's about and will not spare you. Decent coins. Sure. Oh, I don't want to leave the chicken basket untouched this time. Crack is fire. Well, it's Project Moon, so it's not surprising, but this one goes so hard for a story about chicken.
멋졌어.
That is true.
너희들의 사랑의 힘이 빛의 힘이 저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어. 이대로면 승리도 시간 문제겠지? 정의의 이름으로
You're laughing. He's dancing away the suffering from maliciously induced Alzheimer's, and you're laughing. I'm laughing. I don't care. He's jamming. This chicken man is jamming out. I'm gonna laugh.
있잖아. 사실 마법 소녀들은 항상 일명단에 시달리거든. 너희만 괜찮다면
Staggers.
혹시 우리를 도와서 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 순 없겠네. 아쉽다.
Nice.
그치?
Might be more damage if I do that.
날카롭고 정확하게.
이 정도쯤이야? 지키기 위해서. 아르카나의 스프레드에 분명 강한 암시가 걸린 걸 거야.
Guess he's out of the fight.
만만찮겠군. 분리 하지.
벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 없고. 보냈고.
자, 악당 퇴치 성공. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거야.
치킨을 튀기면서
Running this chicken joint, I had forgotten something important.
그래.
That's right, the chicken I wanted to cook
싶었던 치킨은 어머니조차
was something that
맛있게
even my
드실 수
mother
있는
could enjoy.
그런 치킨이었다. 그
Something to please her extremely particular palate.
시킬 수 있는 아니.
No,
사실 알고
wait.
있었다.
I knew all along.
엄마가
The reason Mama wouldn't eat chicken is because we couldn't afford to feed the whole family. It's why we always had a stash of coupons at home, and them could be exchanged for a free chicken. My mother would keep collecting them for me. You'd all that to feed me a chicken you wouldn't eat. Mm-hmm. Oh. These are pizza coupons.
엄마는
Son, hear Mama.
치킨보단
She liked pizza better. My head. He's gone back to normal. That was a sound plan. The carrot and stick approach. It's an effective tactic often employed in military operations.
효과적인 전술 방식이지.
그게
That was a plan?
작전이었나요?
I don't see how it's any different from our usual falling out and striking first.
나와 예소.
It was subtle, and this strapping young lad caught my hint and followed well. Thank you, Captain Otis. You almost called him rookie, didn't you? I can't thank you enough. I think I'm ready to start anew. Dude is surprisingly ripped. It wasn't the recipe I needed. As long as I remember to cook from the heart from those I care about, even if it comes in the shape of a pizza, I know my customers will still appreciate their earnest servings. Oi, your rival promised us a lifetime voucher for free chicken. What do you have? I thought I'd be stuffing my face with drumsticks of countless flavors by now. It's nothing much, but please take this. The owner of Unbongs gave us a wrapped up box. It's an invaluable treasure of mine. There's nothing else like it. Could we accept such a rarity from thee? I wouldn't have been able to reopen my restaurant without your help, so I insist. Please take it as your reward. And thus, we had resolved the distortion and claimed our spoils. He's so unimpressed. Pray tell, are you perhaps speechless with astonishment at the glory of our tale? We then embarked to Yunbong's, was where I tuned out. That means you have heard nary a word! Why should I bother listening to your embellished drivel when Faust's report will fill me in on all the details I need? Come on now, Donkey. Don't forget about the sourpuss and gather around so we can open the box. I wonder what's inside. Granted by a sinner's full of anticipation, the lid was lifted. Meet Bongi, the one and only doll of our mascot. I made it hoping it'd see use one day, but I'm glad to be giving it as a gift of gratitude.
웃음.
아니야. 이럴
This can't be it. Maybe hit something in the plush's belly?
들어있지 않을까?
Didn't seem like the kind of person to do that. I'm still mad there's no plush bongy merch. just a plush raw chicken with eyes. I'm sure people would have bought it. Absolutely. Probably trying to get rid of it, and we were there to take it, eh? Sansa's thinking that incinerator. Hand gently tugged at the doll Heathcliff had gripped with ferocious rage. Caroline likes his passenger. What's there to like about? It's got eyes and nothing else. It's nice. Alright, that's that then. Keep the doll. Karen said she likes it, that it will be kept. That is an incorrect assessment, as the doll has a torso and limbs. Just like that, the chicken plushie we got instead of free food for life earned its seat on the bus. Yes, Chief Dongrong. The distortion has been resolved. I confirmed it with my own eyes. It did seem somewhat unreliable at first, yes. But I believe it should be okay to speak with them. Yes, I'll bring them over now. What now, of all things? I dislike sentences that lack a subject. Once that restaurant reopens, we'll lose our customers, then I'll miss the quota, and... You should have started looking for a way to live the moment you put the stolen recipe in a concept incinerator. Haven't you ever heard the saying, if you rob a house, make sure the homeowner never realizes it? I don't know anything about... I didn't... Yes, of course you wouldn't. I just made that up. Remember it well next time. I'll see you around. I have visitors that need greeting. Just the casual menace from this guy. Before long, we were dragged into a mess of unprecedented scale.
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다, 나도. 그러고 보니까 그 환상체 이제 가호를 내려준 아이가 없어졌지.
And I think I'll be stopping there, because I need to make myself dinner before 6 rolls in. That was shorter than I expected, to be honest, but fairly good timing for me. I'll be back on Thursday with Kanto 4. That's it for me today. Let's see if anyone is streaming that I would like to raid. Let's raid Amalia. She's playing a... looks like a Majora's Mask Rando. I don't know if she's gonna stop soon, because she's been streaming for almost 6 hours, but we're raiding her anyways. So go say hi. Or don't. It's your life, not mine. Bye-bye for now, though.